Hey Home Base Nation, my name is Chris Manzano and I'm the athletic trainer and strength and conditioning specialist for Home Base. Today, we're going to go over basic ankle and foot mobility movements that you can do with household items. So to start, I've got a tennis ball right here and we're going to start on the foot, the bottom of the foot. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this tennis ball. I've got my dog's tennis ball. You can use a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, a baseball, a golf ball, softball, anything, any kind of ball, or even a frozen water bottle. And what you're going to do, you're just going to put your foot on the ball, or put a little bit of pressure, and you're just going to roll back and forth. Get the whole length of the bottom of your foot. And what we're doing is we're loosening up that plantar fascia just a little bit. You know, it's going to feel like a nice massage. If it's really tight, it'll be a little uncomfortable. As long as it's not painful, we're okay. And you're just going to spend a few minutes just going back and forth on this ball. What I want you to focus on is going from the heel all the way to the balls of your feet, and maybe a little bit onto your balls of your feet and your toes. Again, putting just a good amount of pressure, something that you're comfortable with, something that's not painful. Again, going back and forth. And we're going to spend 3 minutes doing this on each side. So after 3 minutes have passed, you're going to take the ball, do it on the other side. Nice and easy. Again, not too painful, shouldn't be painful. Maybe a little uncomfortable is okay. So this is just a basic warm up to get your plantar fascia just a little bit loose, and maybe the bottoms of your feet just a little warm for this next movement. Good, so with that same ball, or maybe with something a little more firm if you have it, what you're gonna place the ball down. Again, you're gonna put your foot on it and apply just a little bit of pressure. And what you're gonna do is just flex your toes as far as they can and extend them, not moving that ball. Just like that. And you're gonna do about 5 reps just to loosen it up. Then you're just gonna move it ever so slightly, maybe somewhere between 1 centimeter and 1 inch. And again, flex your toes and fully extend them. So, fully extend, fully flex. Again, this might be a little uncomfortable, but as long as it's not causing pain, I think we're doing all right. Here you do this along the length of your foot, on the outside, on the inside, in the middle, anywhere, it could be maybe 5 to 10 spots. Again, depending on how big your foot is, depending on how tight it is. Good, and same thing, we're gonna go to the other side. So just rolling it out, just loosen it up, finding a nice good spot. We're gonna flex our toes, see if you can see it from this angle. Sorry, we're gonna extend our toes, flex them as far as we can, extend them, we can go about 5 times. Nice, slow and controlled. Good, just like that. And that's it. Good, so once we've rolled out the bottom of our foot, our plantar fascia is nice and loose, our toes are nice and mobile, we're gonna start with the ankle joint. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna stretch that ankle joint and kind of get a good calf stretch as well. So kneeling down, you're gonna take one hand, you're gonna place your hand on your heel, and then you're gonna take your other hand, put it on the top of your foot, and keeping your knee in line with your toes. I don't want it out or in. Just move forward, pushing down on that heel, making sure that heel is staying on that ground, and just going as far as your joint allows it, stretching the joint and your calf. And you're gonna hold somewhere between 30 to 60 seconds. Come back up, relax for a little bit. You're gonna do it again. We're gonna do 2 sets on each side. Again, 30 to 60 seconds. All right, so for our last stretch, we're gonna be using a TRX. You can use anything like a pole or a door frame or a bed frame, anything that'll hold your weight and you can easily use to help pull yourself back up. We're gonna do another ankle stretch, but a rocking ankle stretch in the squat position. So, we're gonna grab our handles just like this, stand up, and come down into a nice deep squat. And all you're gonna do is move back and forth from left to right. And what we're doing is we're kind of stretching that ankle in a functional position. painful, just go back and forth for about 60 seconds. And you're gonna do that twice. And using the TRX or whatever you have supporting you, you're just gonna slowly stand back up. So those were a few ankle and foot movements that you can do to help improve your flexibility and mobility. Remember, consistency is key. So the best thing to do is to do these every day, somewhere around 3 times a day. The best times to do them, in my opinion, would be in the morning when you wake up, right before you go to bed in the evening, and then sometime in the middle of the day when you have time. This should only take about 3 to 5 minutes each time, so it's not that big of an impact. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you next time, Home Base Nation.